Okay.
Hello, my name is Rose Stevens, and I'm the nutritional consultant for Inotech Nutrition. And today we're here to talk about fasting days and intermittent fasting. I'm going to interview a lady, a very special lady by the name of Marjorie Stevens, who's going to give us her experience with fasting days and intermittent fasting. I don't know if many of you know this or can remember this, but Marjorie Stevens used to be a talk show host, and she had her own show on CKND. She's also a news anchor, so she's agreed to come and tell her story on the fasting days. And so without further ado, here's Marjorie Stevens. But before I show you Marjorie Stevens, you're never going to believe this. She is 76 years old, or young, I should say. She looks fantastic, so she's only going to get better with the fasting days. Hey, Marjorie.
Thank you, Rose. Well, I've always been very interested from, my 20s, eating healthy, being healthy, and I think that plays a part, so
Absolutely.
Hopefully that has made me look younger than maybe, I would have otherwise, right?
Well, I hope I look this good when I get to be your age. But I want to know, what prompted you to start to look into this intermittent fasting and try the fasting days?
Well, I've talked to so many of my friends who are also, they're younger than me, but they still, even from the time they're 40, 50 years old, they can't lose weight. And I think I can relate. I'm trying to do everything right. I'm trying to exercise. I'm trying to eat less, watch my calories, don't eat this. And nothing happened. Everything that you've read is by the time you reach 50, you're going to gain like 1.5 to 2 pounds a year. That's just automatic with getting older. And I fought it. I tried. I said, no, I'm not going to. But I did, because I was very thin when I was younger. And it just didn't seem to work. But I still kept trying. Mm-hmm. And then I'd heard of fasting, and I'd read some things about intermittent fasting, but it was until I saw you and we were talking about this, and you said, Marjorie, you've got to try it because and you told me all the benefits, and I said, well, I'm determined. I'm going to try something. And then I said, and I don't eat for 20 hours, and I only have a 4-hour eating window? Okay, that's going to be tough. But you know what? The interesting thing was when I got the product and I said, I'm going to start, and I told my husband too, we're going on this. I was amazed because I was used to get up in the morning and I'd have 2 organic eggs and maybe a cup of coffee or something. But the funny thing is, I was kind of hungry all day, or I was thinking of food. But when I got up, I realized, okay, I can't have food. I can drink some of this. I can have water. I can have tea. But I wasn't hungry. And the day went on, and I was doing my things. 12 o'clock would come, and I just said, well, I can't eat. What's 4 o'clock? Okay, I got 4 hours to go or whatever. And I was, as an example, there was one day I was out in the yard. I was going to go and do all kinds of stuff. And I thought, oh, I'll be tired. I wasn't. I worked 4 hours. I was cleaning out stuff. 4 o'clock came, and I thought, oh, now I can eat. But it wasn't because I was hungry. It was like the 4 o'clock came, right? And now I can eat. So I came in, and I had kind of a regular supper, and I started doing this every day. By 8 o'clock, no more eating. Went to bed. Didn't have anything. Have some of the mixture, which is amino acids and minerals. That's supposed to kind of get you through it. It's easy to take. It tastes great. And I go through complete fasting until 4 o'clock the next day. So was I losing weight? So now I'm anxious. I used to weigh myself every day anyway. So I'm looking, first day, nothing. Second day, nothing. But that's not necessarily indicating anything because it's water. And by the third day, I said, oh, I'm down a little bit. And, well, that's good. And within 5 days, I was weighing myself, and I had lost 2 pounds. And it wasn't water, I know, because I just weigh on myself all the time. I've only been doing it now for about 2.5 weeks, but I have gone down 2, and then 3, and then 4. It wasn't every day, it took a day or two, but the last couple of days, I've been measuring, and it's been 5 pounds in 2.5 weeks. This has never happened. Never.
That's awesome.
In all the things that I've been trying to do.
And you feel, 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 feel,
and I feel good, and I feel good, and I'm not hungry. And I feel good. And I'm not hungry. And I thought, I'm really motivated now because this is the only thing that's actually worked. Mm-hmm. But the thing that makes it work is why it's working. You know, like it's simply not, oh, just take this and you're going to lose weight just fast. When you learn the concept of it, because it's, when you haven't eaten anything, your insulin levels go down, and now your body needs fuel. So where is this fuel going to come from? Well, it's going to come from the fat, the fat around your belly or wherever, right? And that's the whole secret. And you don't hear about the insulin resistance.
Correct.
That's the key. It's not calories in, calories out. It's the kind of calories and the fact that you want to get that insulin level down so that you are burning fat. And that's what's happening. Yes. So I'm like...
And there's amazing things that happen when you do this 20-hour fasting. There's charts and lots of research showing that after 20 hours, your human growth hormone really takes off, which is awesome. And also, autophagy happens. You did a lot of research on that too.
I did. I started looking up, you know, when you talked about this, and I went online and I found there was a Dr. Jason Fung. He had a good video on it, and then there was another nurse that did a really good TED Talks. And she never believed in any of this, you know, like she believed, you know, exercise, eat less, you'll lose weight. She
Small
said,
meals often.
Oh, yeah. And she said, that's out the window. And I started changing. And when she learned about intermittent fasting, it's a really good talk. So it wasn't just you, Rose. It was these people confirming exactly what you told me.
Right.
And they talked about autophagy, and they talked about the insulin levels.
And the insulin resistance.
Insulin resistant. And so when you hear those other testimonials and the medical professionals telling you the same thing, so okay, I believe that. It made sense. It made total sense. So I'm looking to hopefully lose about 15 to even 20 pounds. My goodness, if I could lose 20 pounds, I'd be thrilled. Because I have pants in my closet.
Well, don't we all have pants in our closet that don't fit anymore?
I know.
But you know, I'm really, really excited at how much healthier people are becoming. See,
when
you're not digesting, when your body doesn't need to digest, your body has a chance to catch up and heal. And autophagy is like little Pac-Man cells going after the bad cells,
cleaning out the bad stuff,
right.
And the fat that's been there for years that you haven't been able to get rid of.
Right.
But the interesting thing too is when you start reading about fasting, you know, people are talking about, oh, this is so new. It's not.
It's biblical.
It's hundreds of years, thousands of years. People didn't eat 3 meals a day, and they fasted for 20 hours lots of times. But we're just thinking, oh, this is something very new, but it's not really. And it works, yeah.
Well, Marjorie, this has been really amazing talking to you. Thank you so much for sharing your experience.
Well, I can't wait. Maybe down 2 or 3 months from now, we'll do another thing. I was saying that I've met my goal. So now,
Right.
Okay.
Excellent. Well, thank you, Marge.